So Unc finally gonna respond to these rumors, huh? Yeah. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Hello, it's your favorite sports Unk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. I think it's time to address the elephant in the room.
Wait, elephant?
Everybody want the Mike Epps situation.
Oh, yeah. Mike, I heard what you said, right? Yeah. I ain't letting you off the hook.
And I think the thing for me is that, like I said, what he said. And so we had a conversation, and he and I going to get together because he's from Indy, and he is going to sit down and talk. And
y'all talked to.
I just want to say that I'm really happy to hear that, because if I'm being honest, I thought that the way that was going down, I thought that was just so corny. I did. And I'm just going to say from the get-go, like, Shannon Sharpe, he responded, and he basically said that he, like, when he sees Mike Epps, he said that he's gonna pull up, and he said they gonna have. Now, when he said we're gonna pull up, now what I took that it meant that we're gonna have a conversation, because I mean, anybody that knows Shannon Sharpe, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I don't think he was trying to fight that man, but that's how everybody in Mike Epps took it. And so that's why I initially was kind of hesitant to make a video about it, because I thought that was really, I just thought it was really corny, because Mike Epps was talking about, yeah, I'm going to see you. And, you know what I mean? He was just like, yeah, I don't do too much talking. And, you know, that's not all he said. He also insinuated that if there ain't no talking, then there's only one other solution, and made some gestures. This is not me making it up. I'm not gonna do it, because guess what? I'm not famous. So I can't get away with that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, what happened, I thought how that situation was evolving was really corny. And like I said, I didn't think that Shannon Sharpe was trying to fight him, but that's how he took it. So that just goes to show you, like, you can't even confront people on the fact that they sound like haters. And like, it's just weird, because I think that it's crazy that everybody thinks it's okay to just sit there and play with another man's sexuality like that. And that just goes to show, like, just the trash values that we have as a culture, just for real.
Ready?
Yeah, we were texting. I mean, DM. We were DMing Ocho. And
okay, I ain't okay. That's on y'all.
But we're gonna have a conversation. I'm going to end it because I'm coaching in the celebrity basketball game, and so we're gonna get together. And I got upset about, and he told a story.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce
Shannon Sharpe did not DM me to come on the show. I DM'd him. He also said, I wish Kat had said something about me. I'm jealous. Now, the pushback that I'm going to give, and when I, I'm there, Ocho, so I really never go back and watch the interview because I was there when it actually happened.
Right.
He said, I tried to get Kat to say something negative about him. I never tried to get Kat. I didn't try to get Kat to say anything negative about anybody. The reason.
And I'm gonna say that I did watch that whole interview, but it was a long interview, and maybe I missed something, but I didn't hear that either. That's just me. I didn't hear that either.
Why a lot of the interviews take so long. Usher was only an hour because his team that was talking said, look,
and also, I know that I've said previously that I think that comedians should be off limits. But I think that another caveat should be when they telling the truth. I don't think that comedians should. I think that it's corny if a comedian got to lie to make a joke funny. If you got to lie to make a joke funny, then maybe the joke isn't that funny. I'm just saying this, and I'm not just saying that to just defend Shannon Sharpe. I'm just saying in general. You could tell. I feel like why people like Dave Chappelle and people like that is because they tell the truth. And they're funny, you know what I mean? Even people like Richard Pryor, he told the truth at his own expense, you know what I mean? So that's just how I feel.
I want to sit down with Unc. He loved the platform. He loves what Unc's doing for the community. He says he wants to sit down with it. but he only has an hour. No problem. Jonta, Brian, Mike, appreciate that. Usher team, thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. I know you're busy, so I appreciate that. But if you think about it, Ocho, the reason why my interviews take at least normally 2 hours is because I ask the question, I sit back. Very seldom do I ever interrupt the guest because I don't want them to lose their train of thought.
And that's the thing that I keep saying that makes him a good interviewer, because even as he frames it, he's not just a journalist, he's a conversationalist. So he's just having conversations. He just sits there, he'll ask a question, he'll look, you like you'll see him in the interview, he'll look at the card, sit there, then he'll put the card down, he'll just ask a question. You know what I mean? And then just let it go from there. You can watch this stuff. You can watch this stuff on the show. And there's a lot that you can learn from how he operates and how he does his show. But I'm just saying, it's like he's right, and it's not really. He don't have a bone to pick in any of this. So it's like, why are you trying to make it seem like that? You know, I don't know.
Go ahead and speak. I don't try. I'm Switzerland. I'm neutral. I don't agree. Right. I don't disagree with what the person is saying.
That's their truth.
I want the people that's watching on YouTube or listening, however you get it, Apple or Spotify. I think, is there any other way you can listen to it? Apple, Spotify, YouTube podcast. So however you consume it, you get to make your decision. And so they're like, I mean, even DL. Oh, and he was like, he said something when Mike Epps said what he said. Well, this is what you get for being messy. How am I messy? I ask a question. They answer the question. I don't like.
I just want to say that I have been seeing a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. Why are y'all treating this man like he's the one that's starting stuff, that he's the one that's making these people get up there and say what they say? No, he just asked them a question and then they talk. What it is they get that oil in them, and then once they get that oil in them, they get to going off and saying how they really feel. Or it's just a controversial person in general. Cat Williams is always a controversial interview. Monique has always been saying the same stuff that she was saying. It's just that when they get that oil in them, then they get they get to talking. And the fact that Shannon Sharpe is such a good conversationalist, it just, I mean, it's great content, but I mean, for the people that they be talking about, I guess it don't go too good for them. But by the same token, like Cat Williams said, Steve Harvey was up there, Cedric the Entertainer was up there. They got to speak their piece, so why shouldn't Cat Williams and Monique get to speak their piece? Just saying.
Hey man, did he do anything else? Did he say anything else? I asked the question, he answered. So we going back and forth in the DM. He says, bro, let's just have fun with this. I said, F no. I say, tell me the fun with you lying on me, saying I'm gay, saying I cross-dress and I look like Medea. Tell me where's the fun for that for me. I get it for you. You get the key. You get the laugh. But tell me the fun in it for me.
And that is really what I wanted to have the key takeaway of this be. Because at the end of the day, that's the truth. Why is it okay? Why is it okay to sit up and kiki and ha at the expense of somebody else's sexuality? One of the 48 laws of power says that you must protect your reputation at all costs. Your reputation is everything. Protect it at all costs. So if somebody's saying something about you that's not true, putting a not true label on you, that's not something that you take lightly. It's not something that you take lightly. And people are too quick to put labels on people for jokes, for ha. And I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's funny until it's you. It's funny until it's you. But to have people coming after you for no reason, and that's why I said before, the truth of the matter is that at the end of the day, a lot of this is just pure hate on the fact that he's so successful. That's what it is. Because his show is so successful, people are coming out the woodrow with rumors, and and it's just like, ugh, it's really sad to see, and I think that it's a really, really, really pitiful representation of our culture that is something that you just can't get away from.
What I'm starting to see, Ocho, now, you remember Cat said it. He said, Shannon, he said, this is going to put you in a new realm. This is going to put you in a new stratosphere. He also told me when I got outside, and Jordan can attest to this, he said, they're going to come. He said, they're going to come. He said, because the people that I talked about, they have supporters, and they're going to come for you. I just want you to know. He says, I want you to be prepared. And he said, it's going to some of them going to be people that you thought you were cool with, but you thought they were cool with you, but they're cooler with the people that I said what I said about. So just be careful. What I'm starting to see is that in our community, anytime a black starts to get money, he had to have sold out the community to get it. Now, I want
facts. Like, you can't be successful any other way. You can't be successful any other way except for having to sold out and having having just gone and just sold your soul. There's no other way that you can be successful. That's why I said, if they ain't hating on you, you ain't doing enough. That's why I said that.
Somebody in the chat, and I want somebody to
with just the right balance of gas and electric, you now have the confidence to go further.
Tell me how I sold out the community. Second of all, another time, anytime, a lot of times, not all, a black start to become a little successful, start to make a little paper, the first thing we say, oh, that ain't gay.
Facts.
Because they were, and like what they try to do is call into question, because in our community,
because they had to have compromised themselves in some type of way.
Even though they say somebody might say it, it's still kind of frowned upon. And it's frowned upon in a lot of communities. Right. But I don't know if it's treated as harsh other than the Muslim community than in the black community.
Yeah, but you know what? Even today, calling somebody gay, it really holds no weight.
Ocho.
It holds no weight today. It holds no weight. They got rules.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
They got places. Listen, they set a standard for them.
Being in a protected group and getting benefits from the government is not the same thing as being accepted in the culture or a community. And in large, homosexuality is still not accepted. It's still frowned upon by the silent majority. It's just the truth of the matter. A lot of people are not okay with this LGBTQ movement, and they have a problem with it. They just don't want to speak on it because they're a protected group.
To where at this point, hey, you gay, okay, and next. But that's not even an insult.
But here's the thing, Ocho. People will say, if you repeat something enough, why you think when people give misinformation? If I keep repeating, people will start to believe it's true, because a lot of people believe repetitions of a lie will make it true. So if he had just said it once, but he kept repeating it, knowing me, and I get it. My style is Hollywood. He was gay. Okay, that's his life. That's not mine.
Facts.
Hollywood no longer styles me. Why? Because I'm loyal to Shelley. She was hurt that after 20 plus years of being my stylist, that I had gone outside to hire someone else. And someone else.
Yeah, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and watch the interview yourself. But I mean, I really feel what he's talking about, because at the end of the day, that is black culture. That is black culture. The idea that if you aren't if you're successful, if you blowing up, if you doing this, oh, you're gay. Oh, you had to compromise yourself. Oh, you had to sell out. Oh, you had to. It's just, and it's sad and it's pathetic. But it's a crab in the barrel mentality. And at the end of the day, if you know that that's how people are, why wouldn't you separate yourself from them? I'm just asking.